At about 9:45 p.m. on August 2nd, 2025, Trooper Bailey was on patrol when he spotted a black vehicle rapidly approaching from behind at over 100 miles per hour. He activated his emergency lights in an attempt to stop the car, but it sped past, clearly intent on fleeing. What the driver may have forgotten, however, was that he was in Arkansas, where a high-speed pursuit had just officially begun.
Go back off at 91, get behind the trooper. 91, where you at?
Out of a little rock.
I'm behind the front of
118 eastbound, if we got any little rock units.
Copy. So you get to them things at the base. Coming up to 118, speeding up 115 and 120.
Okay, is that 7? Eastbound.
Running 142, I'm coming up on 118. I go, time for TVI, past 118, coming up to elevator, or Congo overpass, speed's 120, passing on the inside.
Determining the vehicle posed a serious danger to others, officers decided to end the pursuit with a high-speed pit maneuver. Trooper Bailey executed the pit at 110 miles per hour, causing the car to spin counterclockwise. But the driver quickly regained control and continued speeding away.
TVI. Just getting back in it.
TVI recovered. 118.
Please continue.
We're back on still eastbound.
What's the vehicle description? Toyota passenger car, coming up military overpass. 91 is that you? 91 is 71, I'm behind you. Come on, pass all of us in the middle line. Okay, 90, I'm secondary behind state police.
Speed 122.
Parker, drop out if you can. We have 30 units in.
Don't fucking do that! What are you
Okay,
doing?
90, state police, that's over the TDI. We're going to be right before the 121, speed to 101, passing on the shoulder.
Stop!
Speeds are 115 going under the Alco overpass. State TDI right at Burlington. TDI at Burlington, well over.
The chase reached speeds of over 120 miles per hour. After just over 2 minutes, another patrol unit pulled ahead and executed a successful pit maneuver at 115 miles per hour, sending the vehicle into a concrete barrier. The car skidded along the roadway before coming to a stop. The driver attempted to exit and flee on foot, but officers quickly closed in, apprehending both the driver and the passenger. The incident remains under investigation.
Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Give him a... I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Yeah, you sorry. I'm sorry! Go ahead! Go ahead! Hands on! Hands on! Hands on! Hands on! Pull him up! Pull him up! Pull him up!
In another incident, a driver attempted to flee from Arkansas State Police, forcing troopers to perform a high-speed pit maneuver to bring the chase to an end. On July 28, 2025, at about 12:40 a.m., Trooper Schwantz was patrolling eastbound on Interstate 40 near mile marker 281 when a white Chevy Malibu sped past, making multiple lane changes without signaling. He began following the vehicle to initiate a traffic stop and activated his emergency lights. For a short time, the Malibu continued east at about 110 miles per hour. Trooper Schwantz then activated his siren. The driver abruptly braked and moved toward the shoulder as if to stop, but suddenly accelerated and swerved into the inside lane. Schwantz attempted a pit maneuver, but the impact wasn't enough to end the pursuit, which continued at speeds over 100 miles per hour. Moments later, another pit maneuver was executed, this time sending the Malibu into the inside barrier, spinning it around and bringing it to a stop facing east in the inside lane near mile marker 283, just before a bridge. The driver, identified as Charles T. Glover, and his passenger were taken into custody. A search of the vehicle uncovered an open bottle of Hennessy on the driver's side floor. Dispatch later confirmed the Malibu's license plate belonged to a different vehicle. Glover was booked into the county jail, while the passenger was released after being cleared of involvement.
On your face! Hands stretched out!
In another incident, a driver fled from police at high speed, ending in a serious crash. On July 31st, 2025, at about 11:27 p.m., Trooper Benton was at the northbound scale house working on reports when a sports car sped past at a high rate of speed. He attempted to catch up and saw the vehicle exit the interstate at exit 73. As he followed onto the ramp, the car struck a curb before continuing east on Elm Springs Road. Benton activated his lights and siren, pursuing as the driver accelerated away. The suspect turned off the headlights in an apparent attempt to avoid detection, fleeing at over 100 miles per hour. At 11:28 p.m., Benton advised dispatch that he was in pursuit. The pursuit continued east on Huntsville Road. As the vehicles approached the intersection of Huntsville and Thompson, Trooper Benton saw smoke and multiple damaged vehicles. Two people were crying behind a heavily damaged, dark-colored Nissan, and across the street, a Chevy SUV was also involved in the crash. While Sergeant Sherrill checked on the occupants of the Nissan and a Springdale officer attended to those in the SUV, Benton scanned the area for the suspect vehicle. Looking east on Huntsville Road, he spotted the sports car about 150 yards away in a parking lot, smoking, with two people standing outside.
your problem?
You
driver? Come over here for me. Put your hands on the car for me.
Yeah, still direction, the other headlight out.
I got one in custody. They're sending an ambulance to get them checked out. Bloody car totaled here in Hall City. Hall City Customs here on Elm Springs.
Trooper Benton made contact with the individuals, and the driver, identified as Kevin Colindres Castaneda, admitted to operating the vehicle. Benton took him into custody with Colindres Castaneda apologizing before being arrested. His passenger, Irvin Rocha, was released at the scene. Colindres Castaneda was charged with fleeing, 3 counts of second-degree battery, reckless driving, no driver's license, and driving without headlights to avoid detection. All parties involved were transported to the hospital for evaluation, and no serious injuries were reported.
They're attending to the victims.
In another incident, a driver fled from police at over 100 miles per hour, but even that wasn't enough to outrun the Arkansas State Police. At about 2:58 p.m. on Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, Trooper Tyler Riles spotted a white Ford F-250 traveling north on Highway 107, JFK Boulevard, and improperly using the opposing lane to pass over the center line. As Riles approached, the truck moved into a designated left turn lane near McCain Boulevard, then turned into the Hobby Lobby parking lot. He initiated a traffic stop there, but as he activated his emergency equipment and prepared to make contact, Trooper David Calvert arrived as a backup unit. At that moment, the suspect vehicle pulled out of the lot, turned left, and continued north on Highway 107. Calvert took the support position and maintained radio contact as the pursuit began.
I'll be calling it with north on JFK, pass through. 5200 blocks, traffic is live with the all yielding.
North on JFK, 500 blocks.
Coming up to Curie, speed 70. We're still north on JFK, passing Curie, speed 70. Light traffic, but they are yielding. North on JFK, passing Pontiac, keep switching back and forth in lanes. Light traffic, 80 miles an hour.
The driver fled at over 100 miles per hour, running the red light at JFK Boulevard and McCain Boulevard, recklessly changing lanes, and repeatedly crossing into turn lanes and oncoming traffic to bypass congestion. Brinson then slowed, turned left onto North Hills Boulevard, entered the Centennial Bank parking lot, and re-entered Highway 107 by blocking oncoming traffic. The pursuit continued northbound as the driver maintained reckless flight.
Country Club, north on 107, speed 100, traffic is live, but they are yielding. light traffic that are yielding needed. Local 107 passing Maryland.
That's Maryland. No vehicle.
It's gonna be a right corner of 250.
10-4.
Still local 107 coming up from Brockington. Speed 80, light traffic.
10-4 northbound, 107 Rochester, speed 80.
Video is going to be primary. He's working on it right now. We got a straightaway right now with light traffic. Little bus. Still north on 107. Speeds 100, light traffic. He is over there now.
10-4.
Still north on 107. Got still in those spots that come up on Stereo. Speeds 90, light traffic.
10-4.
Still northbound on 107, passing Jacksonville, cut off speed to 8, monitor traffic, and however they are yielding, he's weaving in and out. If you could notify county.
10-4.
Just make sure that that spike tower that we're in effect is still north on 107, come up to Gravel Ridge, speed 90, light traffic.
10-4.
Still north on 107, come up to Stone Gate, speed 90, light traffic.
After passing Brockington Road, traffic lightened enough for Trooper Riles to consider a pit maneuver. However, the driver actively blocked these attempts by swerving and cutting off the patrol car, preventing Riles from making contact. The pursuit continued north at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour.
North on 107, passing General Samuels, speed gonna be 85.
10-4.
He is caught one vehicle around the roadway. It's gonna be a gray. So it's come along the left foot.
10-4.
Still north on 107, coming up 38 Drive, speed 95.
10-4.
Breakdown, Air Force Station 107, Air Force Station 107.
As the pursuit neared the back gate of Little Rock Air Force Base on Arnold Drive, the driver turned off Highway 107, narrowly missing a white Jeep Wrangler leaving the base. He then crashed through a chain-link gate, struck a concrete barrier, shattering it, and disabled his vehicle. The driver immediately jumped out and tried to flee on foot, but troopers gave chase and deployed a taser to take him into custody. The driver was identified as 45-year-old Zachary Brinson. He faces multiple charges, including felony fleeing by vehicle with substantial risk of death, fleeing on foot, failure to maintain control, first-degree criminal mischief, $1,000 to $5,000 damage, leaving the scene of an accident involving injury or death, first offense reckless driving causing injury, and improper lane usage. In another incident, a driver tried to outrun police, forgetting that officers have the pit maneuver in their toolkit. On Thursday, July 31, 2025, at about 1:38 a.m., Trooper Gray spotted a silver Dodge Charger merging onto Interstate 30 westbound from the north interchange at 75 miles per hour in a 60 miles per hour zone. The car, displaying paper tags, passed his patrol unit before continuing west. As they passed the Broadway exit, Grace activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop, but the driver ignored them and maintained speed. Waiting for another unit to close in, Grace followed the Charger with lights and siren activated onto Interstate 630 westbound.
Seen and best received. Seen and best comments added.
Here's the 30 status. 138.
Control 3897, knowledge 541, and I'll be back in Rental City.
12 16. Go ahead. We're slow rolling over River Bridge, 10-19 this way. Devil. We're taking 630 west here. I'm gonna get past this first exit. I'm gonna get on the scene and best comments added.
Visual. What do you want the net?
Time 10:40, yeah.
Visual. You're very proud as well.
Taking a warning.
The suspect vehicle exited at 1A and briefly stopped at the top of the ramp. As Trooper Gray stepped out of his patrol car, the driver suddenly accelerated, prompting a pursuit. The Charger turned south onto Cumberland Street and began driving recklessly.
He took off when we were southbound. This is Maine. Past 15, let's go right. We're east on 16. Excuse me, west on 16, west on 16. Still west on 16, west on 16. No traffic. Crossed over Broadway. Still west of 60. Just crossed over Chester, westbound 16. Got a gap right there. Stops. That's good. North of Battery.
North on Battery.
See your fucking hands! I'll shoot you! I'll shoot your motherfucker!
After crossing Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, the vehicle turned north onto South Battery Street. When it ran the red light at 12th Street, Trooper Grace executed a successful pit maneuver, ending the pursuit. Other Arkansas State Police units arrived moments later, and the driver, identified as Carlos Butler, was taken into custody without incident. Butler initially claimed he was not attempting to flee, but later admitted he ran because his driver's license was suspended and he did not want his vehicle towed.
Fucking move! Don't be fucking moving, stay right there. Don't fuck.
In another incident, a motorcyclist tried to outrun police, perhaps placing too much confidence in his riding skills. At about 4:29 p.m. on August 2nd, 2025, Trooper Nash Thomas was patrolling northbound on Highway 1, south of Caraway Road, when he spotted a motorcycle traveling at high speed. Using his forward radar, Thomas confirmed the bike was moving at 101 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone with a continuous audio and visual lock. He immediately turned around to pursue the motorcycle. As the motorcycle approached, the rider, later identified as Riley McCarthy, momentarily slowed to around 80 miles per hour. Thomas activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop, but as he turned to pursue, he heard the motorcycle accelerate again.
I've got an address on Kingsbury.
White male with a beard, maybe 30s, 40s.
The rush call is going to be suspended. Riley McCarthy, 916-855-464.
Just went north through Parker Road, ran the red light.
More jumping on 240 right.
The pursuit continued north through the Harrisburg Road intersection at over 100 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. The rider, later identified as McCarthy, repeatedly violated traffic laws in a reckless attempt to escape, showing no regard for public safety. Trooper Thomas knew he needed to find a way to end the chase quickly.
Got wrecked, turned south on Watt.
Near Watt Street, McCarthy tried to make a right turn, but was going too fast, nearly hitting a vehicle stopped at a stop sign. He entered a concrete lot near Watt, just south of Highland, where Trooper Thomas blocked his path. McCarthy swerved left across the lot into a grassy area, but as Thomas closed in again, he lost control at low speed and tipped the motorcycle over. McCarthy immediately complied, stepping away from the bike and lying on the ground with his arms out. He was taken into custody without further incident. A search of his backpack revealed an unopened bottle of vodka, and records showed his license was suspended from a prior DUI.
I see it, state police that you were running from?
What?
Did you not see it, state police that you were running from?
14, do you need a 1016 for anybody?
You ever been arrested before?
Yeah, I've been arrested.
For what? No, if he was going slow, just laid it over.
Simple.
What have you been arrested for?
Fort Jungle, what are you about?
14 to 4. He went to the field in the grass. He was going slow. He just laid it over.
10-4, so no 10-16.
Are you hurt?